Hi, welcome to my video on changing percent to a decimal and decimal to percent. Changing percent to decimal. We'll do two methods. Let's discuss method one first. Then you can make a choice which way you want to go. Method one, steps, express the fraction with a denominator of 100 and express as a decimal. So 3% is 3 out of 100, and you have a denominator as a decimal. 3 out of 100 is decimal 0.3. The 3 goes in the hundreds place. 30% is 30 out of 100, and decimal 30 or decimal 3. 30 out of 100, the 0 goes in the hundreds place. 300 is 300%, is 300 over 100, and it cancels out to give you a 3. 12.7 is 12.7 over 100. And when you think about 100 in terms of dividing, the decimal moves 2 places to the left. So it moves from there 2 places. 6.5% is really 6.5%. Change the half to a decimal, which is decimal 5. 6.5 over 100, because percent is out of 100. And dividing by 100, move the decimal 2 places to the left. So it's there, 1, 2, 0. Decimal 9% is decimal 9 out of 100. And dividing by 100, move the decimal 2 places to the left. So you got, okay, 1, 0, and then another 0. So decimal 009. 57% is 57 out of 100. And divide, so the decimal is to the right of 7, so it's decimal 57. 8% is 8 out of 100. And the decimal moves 2 places to the left. Or the 8 goes in the hundreds place. So the 8 decimal, 2 places, 1, 2, put a 0. Pause your video, work out these answers, and then play back to see if you're right. 71%, 71 out of 100, which is decimal 71. 4% is 4 out of 100, which is decimal 0.4. Remember, dividing by 100, move the decimal 2 places left, or the 4 goes in the hundreds place. Tenths, hundreds. 1.6 over 100, percent is out of 100. The decimal moves 2 places, excuse me, to the left. Decimal, 1 place, another 0. 283 out of 100, and the decimal moves 2 places to the left. So the 283, the decimal is to the right of 3, 2 places, 1, 2. 14 3/4, 14 3/4, 3/4 is decimal 75, because you should have memorized that, is easy to learn. And now we move it 14.75 over 100, because percent is out of 100. And the decimal moves 2 places to the left, so it's decimal 1475. 2 places, 1, 2. 9% is 9 out of 100. And we move the decimal 2 places. Dividing by 100, the decimal is there, moves 2 places, or the 9 goes in the hundreds place. 58 over 100, which is decimal 58. 5% is 5 out of 100, which is decimal 0.5. And 14.9 divided by 100 out of 100. And when we divide by 100, it moves 2 places to the left. So 1, 2. 6% is 6 out of 100, and that's decimal 0.6. 6 is in the hundredth place, or the decimal 2 places. 160 over 100, and you scratch that out. When you divide by 10, you get 1.6. And 92 over 100. And as a decimal, it's decimal 92. That's method one. Let's try method 2 for changing percent to a decimal. Now method 2, I'll give you a tip now. If you look at the alphabet and you see the D is right there, and if you could let the D be in terms of the D for decimal, and percent, P for percent, then moving the decimal from where it is 2 places to the left. When you're changing percent to a decimal, you're moving the decimal point 2 places to the left. If you look at the letters in the alphabet, P going to D is moving left. So it moves 2 places left. Think about this little tip. 2 places. Remember, when you're moving, you think about dividing by 100. So just then we put, if you notice, just then we put the 3 over 100, and then we got decimal 03. Well, it's another way to do it quick is the decimals on the 3 is right there. So move it 2 places to the left, and you get decimal 03. 30, the decimal is to the right of 0. 2 places to the left gives you decimal 30 or decimal 3. 300, the decimal is to the right of 0. 2 places to the left gives you 3.00, which is 3. 2 places to the left. 2 places to the left. Decimals 12.7, 2 places to the left gives you 0.127. 6.5%, change the half to a 0.5. 2 places to the left is decimal 0.6512. Decimal 9, 2 places to the left, decimal 0.009. 2 places, 1, 2. 57, the decimal's to the right of 7, so move it 2 places to the left. Decimal 57. 57% is decimal 57. 8%, the decimal is on the right, so move it 2 places, decimal 0.8, 2 places to the left. So this method is faster. I like this method better. It's faster. Excuse me. Practice, pause the video, work these out. Come back and see if you're right. 2%, decimal 0.2. 49%, decimal 49. Remember, the decimal in the 2 is to the right, 2 places. 49, the decimal is to the right of 9, 2 places to the left. And the decimal 2, decimal is to the right of 2, 2 places to the left is 4.72. 2 places to the left is decimal 0.68. 7%, the decimal is on the 7s to the right, so it's decimal 0.7. And 9, 1/4 is 0.25. So change your 1/4 to decimal 25. And 2 places to the left is decimal 0.925. 65 is decimal 65. 204% is 2.04. 2 places to the left. 1% is decimal 0.1. And decimal 312, 2 places to the left. 48, decimal 48, 2 places to the left. Decimal 7461. So that's changing percent to decimal. A couple of methods, but method 2 is easier by moving it 2 places to the left, moving the decimal. Let's reverse it. Let's change a decimal to percent. Over just then we change percent to a decimal. So now we can, this is method 1, there's 2 methods again. The second method is easier. Express a decimal as a fraction, express with a denominator of 100, and then percent out of 100. Well, decimal 83 is 83 out of 100 because the 3 is in the hundreds place. And it's already out of 100, so it's 83%. Decimal 2 is 2 out of 10. And if we want it at a denominator of 100, then we get 20 over 100. 20 over 100 is 20%. And we have 2 ways to do this one. We got 4 6/10. And that's 4 times 10 plus 6 is 46 out of 10. And 46 divided by 10 is 4.6. But that, because we don't want to go back to the decimal, so let's multiply by 10 over 10. 10 over 10, that gives us 460 over 100, which is 460%. We could have done that right away by 4.6 is 46 over 10, because 6 is in the 10th place. And again, multiplying that by 10 over 10 gives me 460 over 100, which is 460%. So you could have gone with a mixed numeral or right away, your choice. And as a fraction, is 979 over 1,000, because the 9 is in the thousandth place. And if we divide by 10, we get 100. If we divide by 10, 7.9. So that's 97.9%. Notice I divided by 10. When you divide by 10, the decimal moves one place left. So 97.9 over 100 is 97.9%. Practice. You work these out. Come back to see if you're right. Pause the video. Decimal 7 is 7/10 multiplied by 10 over 10. So that's 70 over 100, which is 70%. Decimal 51 is 51 over 100. And so 51 over 100 is 51%. And 113 over 1,000. The 3 tenths, hundreds, thousands. But we need it out of 100, so we divide by 10. So 1,000 divided by 10 is 100. 113 divided by 10 is 11.3. So that's 11.3%. 2.9 is 29 over 10, because the 9 is in the 10th place. And that's multiplied by 100. Multiply by 10, you get 290 over 100. So that's 290%. Out of 100, the numerator is your percent. Again, you're practicing your skills here, change to a fraction and learning what you learned in your earlier videos. But method 2, I like better. Method 2, percent to decimal, decimal to percent. I like the tip here. D is for decimal. P for percent. So if I change a decimal to percent, I'm going to the right. So I'll move 2 places to the right. Move the decimal 2 places to the right from where it is. Notice from where it is. That's the same as multiplying by 100. So if you move it 2 places to the right, in this example, you get 92%. 2 places, 1, 2. 2 places to the right is 1, 1, and you put another 0. So it's 10%. And 2 places to the right is 320%. 1, and then another 0. And 2 places to the right is 66.5%. This method 2, going decimal to percent, going 2 places to the right, is better than method 1. Method 1 uses more skills, but this is quicker. Practice, work these out, come back to see if you got it right. Decimal 3 is 30%. 2 places to the right. 1, and then another 0. Decimal 8, 2 places is 80. So notice 2 places, 1 and another 0. So 80%. Decimal 9/7, 2 places is 97. 2 places to the right. 2 places to the right is 42%. 2 places, 1, 2. 2 places to the right is 310%. Decimal 16 is 16%, 2 places to the right. 2 places to the right is 1.4%. 1, 2. That's a better method. Method 2 is better in each. Move them to the left 2 places or to the right 2 places, depending if you're going percent to decimal, decimal to percent. If you like my video, then click on the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell, write a comment if you wish, and visit my mathfullyexplained.com. That's my website. And there you'll find information about me, my degrees, and teaching experience. Section on video tells you what teaching strategies you're going to use to help you learn the math. There's a section on content, and it gives you the topics, the number of videos on each topic. The topics completed are in black font. The topics to be completed are in red font. They'll be done in the future. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.